Good evening, ladies as well as gentlemen. Papa Boris here with some more Hearthstone Arena action. I'm on a wild streak. Check out some of my last couple of videos if you haven't yet. Some pretty good runs here. Time for Hunter now. And we're starting off with a quality rare here. Boy. I mean, the Azure Drake, probably the best card in the abstract because it's card advantage and that's always nice. But I'm actually going to take a little bit of a wild move and take the Highmane here because it's a beast. Hunters, like beasts. Plus, this is just annoying as hell to get rid of if your opponent doesn't hex or polymorph it. It's just a nightmare. So I'm going to take it here, although certainly an Azure Drake wouldn't be bad to pick up later if I am so lucky. This is a terrible pick. I'm not going to take this just to have a beast. It's just an awful card. Snipe, I think, is a bad card because there's just so many ways it could be bad. This guy's terrible too, though, but at least I can control him, so I'm going to take him. No, I'm not really happy about that at all. Alright, well, this is unfortunate. Sen'jin is what I'd like to take, but I don't think you can really pass on Kill Command. It's just a really good removal spell. And, well, I could take this to go to hope for a combo with Unleash the Hounds, but I'm not going to pass on Multi-Shot. It's a good removal spell also. Here, Gnomish Inventor or Loot Hoarder. I'll take the Loot Hoarder just because it's cheaper. I need some more cheap stuff at the moment. Now here, I think you got to take the Wolf. It's a good beast, and those are hard to come by. So I'm doing alright on beasts here. Deadly Shot, very good removal card. Freezing Trap can work. It's a little bit more flexible, but I think Deadly Shot just to kill a big minion is important. Alright, now the Hyena I actually don't really like very much. It's just difficult to pull it off. So I'm going to go ahead and grab the Crocodile there for that extra health. Well, am I going to take a Hyena now? No. I think here we'll just take a 4-drop. That's a pretty solid drop. We get a Legendary. Oh my gosh. I have to choose between King Crush or Ragnaros. Boy, that's tough. Well, so obviously King Crush is targeted, which can be good. I mean, it's actually a very interesting comparison, King Crush or Ragnaros. Ragnaros doesn't take retaliatory damage. He essentially has charge, but you can't choose who he attacks. King Crush, you can obviously choose who he attacks, and he's got charge. But I think Ragnaros is really just the better card. It drops a turn earlier. The difference between 8 and 9 mana can be significant sometimes. I'm gonna try him. We'll see if we regret this. We'll see if we regret this and wish it were a King Crush. Okay, Animal Companion is a fantastic card. We'll take that very happily. We get an epic. Sea Giant and the Snake Trap are both good. I think the Sea Giant's better, so I'll take it. But they're both solid cards. Hunter's Mark is good with Hounds, but I don't have any Hounds yet. It's okay with Multi-Shot, not great. It's okay with Stormpike Commando. I actually have a decent amount of synergy with Hunter's Mark, but I'm going to take a Panther. It's a good beast on its own, and then having beast is nice. Now, at the moment, I don't actually have any beast synergy. It is worth noting. I don't have any Buzzards. I pass on those Hyenas. But if I do pick up a Buzzard or a Charging Rhino, then that could make a big difference. Okay, so do I take a 5-drop here? I've already got 6 and 8 and, 5 to 10-ish cards, so I'm doing alright here on endgame. Or I could take a second Deadly Shot. I'm going to take a second Deadly Shot, actually. It's just nice to have that extra insurance. Okay, I don't need a third Deadly Shot. So I can take either the Cycling Spell or Grunt. I'm going to take the Grunt here. I don't have any Taunt at the moment, so it'd be nice to get some of that. Wow, so many Deadly Shots. Seriously. I don't think I need 3 Deadly Shots. Raid Leader, I don't think I want that either, so we'll take a Leper Gnome for some early plays. There's the Buzzard, although I would like to have a Storm Moon Knight. I could use this Buzzard for some card draw, and hopefully we're going to get an Unleash the Hounds at some point. Oh, geez. Well, without Unleash the Hounds, I don't want to take this Timberwolf, because the Timberwolf is just abysmal. I also don't really want 2 Buzzards. So we'll take the Owl for Silence, although I'm not that happy about it. Alright, Unleash the Hounds, finally. We get a rare here, and the only good one is Pyromancer, so my curve is all kinds of jacked up. I'll take another Animal Companion. This is basically a 4-mana minion, so it's good to take. And this is tough. Defender of Argus is probably the best card here. Because I do need Taunt, but this is removal. You know what? I have enough removal, honestly. I've got some Deadly Shots. I've got a Kill Command. I've got Multi-Shot. I've got Unleash the Hounds, which is removal, essentially. Yeah, I think I'm going to take the Defender of Argus here, although this is nice removal. And it's also gives me some bird potential. I don't have that much Taunt in this deck, except for, Animal Companions flipping Misha and this Frostwolf Grunt. I mean, that's the only game in town. I think I gotta take that card there. Oh gosh, well, I'm gonna take another Unleash the Hounds. It's just such a stupid-ass card. You can't not take it. Alright, we'll take another Dragonlane Mechanic. Deadly Shot, I guess, is just the name of the game, but I really don't think you need 3 of those in any Hunter deck. Okay. This card has the same total stats as that one. What synergy do I have with Panda? Nope, nope, nope. Kind of. Nope, 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 nope. Not really, unless it's a charging pig. Kind of to reset the stealth. Yeah, definitely. Kind of. Kind of. Yeah, we'll take this. Get another 5-drop and get a healer. Alright, so Lord of the Arena was an MVP in a recent run, both for me and for my opponents. So I am kind of grudgingly respecting that card more. Still though, I've got so many beasts here, or at least enough beasts, that I'm going to take the Chandra Rhino. And Chilling Yeti seems fine. Alright, now here is a tricky one. Let me look at my endgame. Got 1, 2, 3. I mean, I've pretty much got 3 what I'd call endgame cards. Stormwind Champion could be great if I actually get to play it, it survives, and then I play Unleash the Hounds. Or if I play it and Unleash the Hounds in the same turn. I just don't like getting a 7-drop in here. I could take a 6-drop. Yeah, we'll try it. We'll see how it goes. Alright, I'm going to take a Wolf Rider over the Guardian for some more removal / burn potential. And we're going to end... Oh, it's the same pick as what we started with, Azure Drake versus the Highmane. What do you go for here, honestly? You know... Tricky situation. It's, I think, a bit greedy to take this Highmane, because that would just give me such good endgame. I'm going to take it. I know the Azure Drake's great. Spell damage-wise, it's not really relevant. It helps kill command a little bit. It helps multi-shot a little bit. But I just think this thing is so beefy. So difficult to deal with that it pretty much... If I can stay even with my opponent and then drop Highmanes on turn 6, I should just have a very good chance of winning because those cards are so difficult to deal with. I have 4 friends online. 2 people are logged into Battle.net and 2 people are playing Diablo 3. Go figure. I hope my game actually loads and doesn't crash. I apologize for those of you watching the last video. There were some moments where I had to log back into Hearthstone because it would just keep crashing on me. Now, actually, I think this is a good deck. I think it's got some pretty great endgame and also early game, enough early game to hang in there. So I like this deck a lot. I think it should do well. So it'll be hilarious if it does worse than my last 2 decks, both of which I thought sucked, and then both of which ended up doing quite well. While this opening is a little bit unfortunate, we can coin an animal companion on turn 2, and then I would, however, need to get some kind of help from my deck to be able to play something on turn 3 other than just a steady shot. Hoping for a slow start from my opponent. Note that if he has an early play, I might just drop this owl just to trade with his early minion to slow things down. Because again, I'm pretty confident in this deck if it goes into the endgame with 2 Savannah Highmanes, a Sea Giant, Ragnaros, and a Stormwind Champion, no less. I'm pretty confident. I've also got 2 Unleash the Hounds, got a Buzzard to help me draw some cards. I mean, I feel pretty good about my chances. My opponent did not take maximum time on the mulligan, so he should be present at his keyboard. However, he's not highlighting anything. He's just sitting there. Good start to this run. Wound Swoon here is apparently swooning. He's still not highlighting anything. Well, he must have picked his mulligan, right? Because we were not sitting there for like 30 minutes. Or 90 seconds or whatever the maximum is. Well, maybe we were. Maybe we were. Okay, well, that's awesome. Why am I saying well played? The person's not there. Okay, well, what we're going to do here is a deviation from protocol, folks. Normally, I only do the first 2 games in the first video. Here, we will, of course, do the first 3 games, because that game took no time at all. I don't mind that free win. That happens very, very rarely, so... Probably he had a connectivity issue. That sometimes happens. People complain sometimes. They disconnect from an arena and they get a loss for it. It's a very tricky philosophical question. If you disconnect, should you get a loss? I mean... Otherwise, how would Blizzard enforce whether it was their fault or your fault that you disconnected? All right, Bliboski here, or Bilbo Sky with a capital I. What the? Anyway, we're gonna get rid of multi-shot, and I'm gonna get rid of Defender of Argus as well. A little risky because I might actually regret not having Defender of Argus. Wow, I get this. Okay, so just a little for the newbies, a little bit of a refresher here on how this stuff works. You're gonna hold on to the Buzzard and the Hounds until later in the game. I recently won a game against a hunter who was a newbie. He played a Timberwolf on turn 1, and he played a Buzzard on turn 3 or something. He should have been holding on to that stuff. Mad Bomber's gonna kill my Leper Gnome, unfortunately. Yeah. So this is a 2-for-1 for my opponent. The Mad Bomber kills my Leper Gnome, and it's also going to kill my River Crocolisk. But I will get cards back with Unleash the Hounds, so should be alright. Unless he like really batters down the hatches here. And he's used his coin for that, so it's fine. Of course, if I had beaten the odds and the Mad Bomber missed my Leper Gnome, then I could have killed the Mad Bomber with the Leper Gnome, and that would have been great. Alright, so this is actually kind of unfortunate that the odds went in his favor. They were in his favor to begin with, of course, but the fact that he didn't get unlucky is unfortunate because this Mad Bomber is going to start hitting me for damage. Alright, this could have been a 4-mana Ancient Brewmaster, and wow, that draft choice could really sting me, because if I've got nothing to do on turn 4, I'm going to be in a lot of trouble. I really don't want to play Buzzard Hounds on turn 4. That seems lame. I'm going to play Feral Spirit. Okay, so I can actually get 3 cards off this combo. The issue is that my Hounds are just going to take out 1 wolf, and that's that. Okay, this is not the greatest, but should distract my opponent. Note that he is overloaded. I just hope he doesn't have a Flame Tongue Totem. That would, of course, be the perfect thing. He could drop the Flame Tongue here. Okay, no Flame Tongue, thank God. No Healing Totem either. That would have been very irritating as well. I'm going to go ahead and kill all my stuff, except for this, of course. Now that these guys are at 1 health, alright, this is when you drop the Hounds. So, you know, no problem. Let's just, you know, spend 2 mana to get 4 charging 1/1 dogs and 4 cards, because that's obviously fair. Oh, God, what a dumb card. What a dumb card. Well, now I should win this game. Like, that may seem a little bit presumptuous, but seriously, I should just win this game now. Because I have massive card advantage. He hasn't dealt enough damage to me to really put me in any kind of danger. He's got 6 cards to my 7, and I've already got a board advantage. And it's only turn 5. Unleash the Hounds, yep. You know, if it cost 3 mana, I still could have made that move. If it was in the old version where it cost 4 mana, I could not have made that move. So, it's, you know, a tricky situation. I need a... I need Deadly Shot, which I have 2 of in the deck, but it's not coming. So, got a couple of options here. One is I could just play a Beast and then hope to draw into Deadly Shot, which is possible, but not actually likely. Another option, I mean, then I can also just play the Grunt, and then hopefully my opponent won't have removal for the Grunt, and then he'll use the Vengeful Mercenary to batter that. Another option, though, is I can actually play the Defender of Argus and give Taunt to this dog. Oh, that seems silly. Okay, we're going to go for the Companion. Let's see what we get here. I might get a Taunt with that. No, I got Unleash the Hounds, which I'm not going to play. Okay, so we are going to go ahead and drop the Grunt here. And swing for 5 damage, which is actually, you know, a fair amount of damage. So I have to be a little bit careful, because if my opponent has like a removal for this, like a Lightning Bolt, or he has a Lightning Storm to clear this out, and he hits me for 7, I'm actually pretty low on health. He's got the Lightning Bolt, so let's see, is he going to race me? That is the question. Or is he going to use that to kill my minions? I think actually he should race me right now. I think he should actually go for the throat, because right now it's just so hard for him to beat me, doing the old fighting fair thing against my minions. Okay. Well, let's take a look at the situation here. We got 2/4 damage. 7, 9. Yeah, I can't really kill him. I could do the Defender of Argus. I could do Wolf Rider, Defender of Argus right here for the Wolf Rider and the dog, and then swing, and then have my Leok protected. I could also Unleash the Hounds, but I can wait on that a little bit. Yeah, let's do that. Let's just do Wolf Rider. And Defender of Argus right there, protect the Leok. Gonna swing, and think, do I want the Leok to hit the face, or do I want it to hit this Healing Totem? Well, let's actually hit the face. It's possible that I'll be able to kill him next turn. If he's not careful, because I've got 2 damage, obviously, from Steady Shot. And then Unleash the Hounds might actually be enough damage to kill him. Also, it's interesting to note that if I can clear his board with my minions, then Ragnaros also gives me the kill. And in fact, that seems like the most straightforward way of doing things. So yeah, we're just going to go ahead and run stuff into Lord of the Arena, who is not an MVP this time. Play Ragnaros. And well played. Rag to the face for lethal. So yeah, had this been a King Crush, I couldn't have killed him, but honestly it didn't matter in that game. I probably had another win with just Hounds and steady shot. Because remember, the hounds were getting buffed by the Leok. And anyway, I could have beaten him next turn with King Crush. So in that particular game, the King Crush versus Ragnaros didn't matter, but the Darkscale healer over the Ancient Brewmaster did matter, because if I hadn't top-decked the Dragonling mechanic, that game would have been very different. He really damaged his minions, killing the Dragonling mechanic, and if I hadn't drawn it, if I had just been forced to, like, steady shot that turn, I would have potentially lost, actually. Because he damaged his minions onto 1 health, and Unleash the Hounds was able to clear his board. If he'd flipped the Healing Totem, that also would have made it harder for me to win. Fru the Jew, nice name. It's interesting. 3 shamans in a row here. So I will actually keep the owl by the same logic that if he has early plays, I will just drop that down as a 2-1 for 2, which is awful, but I'll drop it as a 2-1 for 2 and just try to trade off against his stuff. Even if he just makes a totem, I could consider silencing the totem and then trying to beat it down. A good option now is better than the best option later. Alright, well, never mind. We've actually got a 2-drop here. So we'll play the Crocolisk on turn 2, almost certainly. Alright, he's got to play, what is it? It's a Geomancer. Okay, well, he's used his coin. We now have a threat, which is that we're threatening to kill the Geomancer. Presumably as a Shaman, he can kill this. Shamans pretty much have more than any class number of ways. That's a good sentence. Shamans have more ways to kill a 3 toughness minion early in the game than any other class, I believe. So Rockbiter Weapon and Lightning Bolt will both do the job. Okay, well, I'm not going to deadly shot this. Let's go ahead and drop that. Hopefully it's not the Charging Pig. Leok's fine, so this is also threatening to kill the Geomancer. The problem is that a Lightning Bolt will actually kill Leok thanks to spell damage. So that's kind of annoying. But then I've got another play here, and he's not actually getting ahead on cards with the single target removal. He's just keeping equal, so that's fine with me. As long as I'm the one asking the questions and he's answering them, I'm pretty much down with that for as long as he wants to do it, because that just means that we're equal going into the endgame where I feel that I have the advantage. Of course, Shamans do have Hex for my Savannah Highmanes and Ragnaros, but, you know, there have been a couple of games recently where I didn't actually have a where a Shaman did not actually have the Hex against me at a critical moment, so I had to stop whining about that. Okay, so I could steady shot and play the Grunt, but that seems awfully silly. Let's just do this. Very good drop right here. So now if he plays something like, say, a Chillwind Yeti, no Probalo, Senorita, we'll just use the Dragonling to kill the Wrath of Air Totem, deadly shot that thing down, and then swing on with my Dragonling mechanic. Seems pretty good. Harvest Golem, okay, that's actually, that's really annoying. Well, let's think. So, nope, doesn't really work very well. Because this thing has 3 health and these things only deal 2 damage. What I could do is I could actually multi-shot to get the spell damage totem and this to die, and then use the Dragonling to kill the damaged golem. I could also silence this golem, which is an interesting possibility. I'm gonna just whack it to death with my stuff. Yeah, there's no great options here, unfortunately. A 4-power minion that could actually have just dealt 3 damage in one go would have been much better. Alright, here's what we're gonna do. This doesn't feel great by any stretch, but I'm gonna just do this. So if he wants to fork Lightning, that's fine, because although it does kill both my minions, it's just delaying the game, and it's gonna stop him from playing Fire Elementals or really anything for 6 mana next turn, or 5 mana. Looks like he does have it. No, he's got a Dark Iron Dwarf, which is also unfortunate because it'll kill the 4-2. And I don't have a good answer for this 4-4. Unleash the Hounds is not a good answer. Well, let's go ahead and Deadly Shot. It's not the greatest Deadly Shot that ever was, but that's why you have Deadly Shot, so you can kill troublesome minions. Now, of course, if he plays a Boulder Fist over here, I'm going to feel awfully silly, but gotta use good options while you've got them. So, we're into the endgame, and my endgame has not shown up, so that's kind of troublesome. Got the 1-1, which is extremely irritating. That's not what I wanted him to have at all. Loot Hoarder doesn't help. So I want to hang on to this Unleash the Hounds. I don't see much value in blowing it now. Let's just keep on pounding out some damage, pass the turn, and hope I get a Buzzard for the Hounds, or like, I mean, honestly, with my life advantage, Ragnaros would be totally fine, Savannah Highmane would be totally fine. The fact that I just, you know, Loot Hoardered and Steady Shotted last turn is just a tragedy. There's Rag. Okay, so this is a little bit annoying because we got a Fire Elemental here, but I'm still going to play him. No question about that. I mean, I could multi-shot and then clear his board. I could do that. No, let's just put this thing down. So, 50-50 chance of killing the Fire Elemental. That is what I'm hoping it will hit. Hits the face. Well, that's not bad either. I now have the potential for burn damage with Unleash the Hounds, and I got a Silence here to clear out any taunts. He's got the Hex, because of course he does, but hopefully if I draw Buzzard sometime soon, I'll be able to Unleash the Hounds for a bunch of cards. I only do have one Buzzard in the deck. I think this could have actually been a Buzzard. That would have been pretty damn good, unfortunately. Alright, so he is going to open wide for Unleash the Hounds. So do we go for the Throat here? Let's see, we get Deadly Shot. Well, yeah, I think we have to go for it. Well, no, hang on. If I Pyromancer Hounds and then... Oh no, Pyromancer Hounds does not work. Because first Hounds triggers, then the Pyromancer triggers, and then your Hounds all die. So that actually does not work. Crap. Let's see, this would be 3 damage to his face, down to 11. Okay. I think we're gonna just go for it here. Swing, swing, swing. Steady shot. Silence that thing. Play this thing. Well, he had a Hex when he needed it. Does he have a Lightning Storm when he needs it? Because that's pretty much the only removal that would save him right now. I guess a big taunt would also kind of work. But notice 2 of his minions don't actually attack, so this thing is going to have his hands full clearing my stuff, and like these things will actually be able to tickle him to death in combination with Steady Shot. I can also take a... try for a Lucky Flip with Deadly Shot if need be. Is that another Fire Elemental? No, it's an Earth Shock. So with spell damage, that will kill my Pyromancer, which is just fine by me because Pyromancer prevents me from playing spells. It is worth noting. Because these guys would all die if I played any spell as Pyromancer.
We must cleanse the
that will allow one of these totems to kill off a Hound, which is actually a big deal. Or sorry, the Owl, which is actually a big deal. Really big deal, unfortunately. And that allows him to kill another Hound, so he's actually able to clear off most of my board even without Lightning Storm, and now he can start dealing enough damage to me. Oh, he kept 2 Hounds alive. Risky choice. And of course I draw Buzzard now. Of course. Alright, well, let's just hang on to that Buzzard. We don't need it right now, so we're going to just multi-shot. See what that hits. Okay, and then let's Deadly Shot. See what that hits. Fine. Steady Shot. Swing. Swing. Okay, so now I have a few outs that will win the game for me, assuming he doesn't play Taunt. Wolf Rider would do it. Kill Command would do it even if he plays a Taunt. That would be the best card. Does he win with Bloodlust? He's got 11. 11 plus 9 is 20. No, he'd be... Well, if he can do 2 more damage to me, he wins with Bloodlust. He's going to pick off a Hound. Sergeant Commander. That's pretty good. Is he going to pick off another Hound? He gets a Taunt Totem, which is really frustrating. So Steady Shot will not be fast enough. And Wolf Rider is no longer a win. Alright, well I have to draw Kill Commander, it's over then. That's annoying. Stormwind Champion. It's not gonna do it. It would have, if the taunt didn't exist, this would have allowed me to get him down to 1 health. But since the taunt does exist, I can get him down to 3, well played, and concede. Alright, well that was a bit of an annoying game. So he had Hex for Ragnaros, and then he had like a bunch of random things to kill off my board when I tried to go for the Throat. And he got a Taunt Totem to seal the deal. And I got a Buzzard the turn after I played Unleash the Hound. So all that stuff was terrible. But anyway, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed that. Please like and or subscribe if you did. The rest of the games are going to be coming up soon, and I think I still have a good chance of going far with this deck. So we'll just see if I'm right or not. I'll see you soon.